When one finds a Filipina that he may be interested in, it can be hard not to wonder if she's genuine or not. We hear so many stories and see so many videos that stick in our mind. In fact, I recently did a video around 7 Filipina love scams you may never suspect. Whilst nothing is ever guaranteed, what I'm going to share with you in this video is information and tips that will help you to firstly identify yourself if she's genuine or not, and secondly to establish some rules to live by when you first start looking for a Filipina online or in person. This is one video that could save you much heartache and money, so be sure to buckle up and stay with me here. The fact is that some Filipinas are good at their craft of relieving foreign guys of their money. But the real truth is, 90% of these women are rather careless in many ways. And if we know what we're looking out for, and we enforce ways to protect ourselves, then looking for a genuine Filipina becomes far easier and less risky. Be sure to remember that there are many men all over the world who have a wonderful life with their Filipina soulmate, and you can too. So firstly, let me go through some things that you can easily do yourself to start to get a clearer picture whether she's genuine or not. When you're chatting with a Filipina for the first time, be sure that you're keeping a log of the conversation, or at the very least taking notes, because much information will be coming in that you won't possibly be able to remember it all. And you'll want to be able to compare notes over time for any inconsistencies. So when you're chatting to her, find out if she's on Facebook and say you'd like to add her as a friend towards the end of your first chat. You can be sure that Filipinas won't have a problem giving you their Facebook page, or at least one of them. Many Filipinas tend to have a couple or even a few Facebook pages for various reasons, but that on its own doesn't necessarily mean that she's not genuine. Once she gives you her Facebook page, you want to have a really close look at it and any other social media accounts that she may have as well. Do a quick internet search on her name and see what else comes up. What you're looking for on her Facebook page is that it looks like a normal page, just like your own, where you have many posts that are liked by different people, male, female, relatives and friends. And you want to see that people are commenting on her posts and she's interacting with them. Look at her friends list to see how many of her friends are in fact male from overseas, and what her friend count is. Now to me, if I were to see a Filipina that has thousands of friends, many of which were males from all over the world, I'd be instantly disconnecting from this woman, and be very sure to go carefully through her photos, as doing this can give you great insight into her life and lifestyle. Pay close attention to what clothes she is wearing, and does she have many different outfits and dresses. One must know that many Filipinas, especially province girls, won't be wearing name brand clothes and certainly won't have a different dress or outfit for every day of the week. Equally, be looking at what phone she's using, and you can ask her the question in your chat around what phone she may have. She may tell you that she only has a cheap phone, but when you check her photos, you may notice that she's taking selfies in the mirror, as many Filipinas love to do, with the latest iPhone or smartphone. And be sure to note if she has photos of her in resorts or hotel rooms, as this is certainly something to investigate a little more. That right there is another giveaway sign that she's getting good money from somewhere. And if she's told you in conversation that she doesn't have a job or just gets money from a Surrey store, then you know something is more off than the smell of dried fish. Now, in relation to photos, you can run her photos on a free program called Tinei. I'll be sure to put the link to Tinei in the description. All you do is to save her photo from any of her social media pages or dating site pages to your computer, and then you can run it through Tinei, which will scan billions of images on the internet to see if there are any matches. Now, of course, if it comes back that her supposed image is on various websites, especially modelling sites such as Shutterstock and iStock, then you know 100% that she's not who she says she is. And if it comes back that there are no matches, then that's a tick for sure. But that on its own doesn't mean she's genuine, as you have more investigating to do over time. Now, a good test will often come when you ask her to communicate with you on video chat. A genuine Filipina will be very keen to chat with you in this way, and yes, whilst there are some areas in the Philippines where internet connection is so bad that they can't get a good enough signal to video chat, most Filipinas won't have this problem. But I would certainly question a Filipina that can't do a video chat when in a long distance relationship and say, well, what business does she have looking for such a man? Let's be real here and say that video calling on a regular basis is required for any long distance relationship to succeed. And for a Filipina to think she doesn't need to have video chats is ludicrous. So either way here, if she can't video chat, whether genuine or not, to me she is ruled out to be in any relationship with, and so we move on and save wasting our time. So far I've given you some important tips that you can do early on to start to get a good idea if she's genuine or not. But what can you do to protect yourself even more? Now, just before I jump into that part of the video, if you want peace of mind knowing if your Filipina is genuine or not, then check out my affiliate link in the pinned comment to Love Guardians, who are experts in cybersecurity with a detective on the ground in the Philippines. My best advice prior to starting your search for a Filipina is to learn all you can about Filipinas, her country and city or province that she lives in, family, religion, and to know the red flags to look out for. Then write down a set of rules for yourself that you must follow and be rather specific. And by the way, this is something I help people with who come to me on my consulting service page, which I have a link in the pinned comment below for those interested. But briefly, many of the things that I've been saying on this channel for the past couple of years are key. But remember, it's no good setting rules unless you follow them with no exceptions. Firstly, don't rush or be pushed into escalating the online relationship, and remember that you guys are chatmates, and it's best to look at it that way until you meet in person and spend some quality time together. Next is never send any money in the first 3 months, with the possible exception of maybe just $10 a month for her phone load so you guys can chat. But even here, there are some companies online such as Zoom where you can load her phone from your country. That's Zoom, spelled Xoom. Apart from that, as I say, no money in that first 3 months because many Filipinas looking to take advantage of you won't hang around that long if they're getting nothing. After 3 months, if you feel that she's genuine and you want to send her a small amount of perhaps just a few thousand pesos a month to help her out, then sure, why not? As long as you can easily afford it and the money won't be missed. Anything more than that can wait until you guys meet in person and really connect and know that you have a solid future together, and even perhaps once you're engaged or even married before the larger amounts of money are spent. Be sure that when you're chatting via text or on video call, always be observant and listen intently. What you're looking for is to see if what she's told you over time makes sense and that there are no inconsistencies. One must know that if a person is telling lies, then those lies can be hard to remember, especially over time. If you've been very observant and have been keeping a log or taking notes, as we mentioned earlier, then a real pattern will emerge to tell you if she's genuine or not. And on top of all that I've said here, be sure to listen and act on your gut feeling. Yes, indeed, your gut feeling is your best defense, and if after time it says that she's genuine, then listen to it. But equally, if it says she's not, then act on it and walk away. Right here in this video, you have a very good blueprint on how to navigate as you start and then move forward through the process of finding a genuine Filipina. And know that I'm always happy to lend a hand to answer your questions when I can. Or you can book a private one-on-one video consult with me for a more personalised session where I can answer all your questions and concerns, and I can even help you to put a solid plan in place. My link is in the pinned comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.